Very good. Ooh, that's bad. Nice. Interesting. Guys, there's absolutely nothing wrong with these words. I use them all the time. They're quite common. But if you want to sound more advanced in English, you need to know other alternatives. So in today's episode, I brought 40 words, well, maybe even more than 40, to help you communicate the same ideas here. Very good, very bad, nice, and interesting, but using different words. That way you can expand your vocabulary range and sound more advanced. Hey guys, how's it going? Thiago here, and welcome to another episode of the podcast. I created this podcast and YouTube channel to help intermediate and advanced learners of English communicate with more confidence, more accuracy, more clarity, and of course, more awareness. So if this sounds like something you want for yourself in your English, follow the show if you are on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or anywhere else where you listen to podcasts. And if you are on YouTube, subscribe to the channel because every week there's a new episode, a new video here on the platform and on the channel. All right? So without further ado, let's get started with our 40 words here. We have 40 more advanced words to communicate these ideas. Let's do it this way. I'm going to give you the opportunity to repeat after me because I imagine maybe you are at the gym, running on the treadmill, working out, or maybe you are in your car driving to work and you are actually listening to me. So I'm going to repeat each word twice. I'm going to say the word, pause a little bit, say it again so you have time to repeat after me. And then I'm going to give you an example sentence. All right. It's quite an extensive list. It's quite long. So I'm going to try to go through the list in an efficient manner. All right. So let's get started here. First, we're going to talk about very good. You know, when you like something very much and you want to say, oh, that's good, very good. So what other words could you use to communicate that idea of very good, or at least something similar to this idea? Let's begin with the words. So listen and repeat. Let's practice. Excellent. Excellent. The meal we had at the restaurant was truly excellent. Every dish was crafted to perfection. Very nice, right? And I really like this word. Every dish was crafted to perfection. When something's crafted, I understand that it's done with care. It's made with care. It's handled with care. So every dish was crafted to perfection. I love that word. We can say that you are following this podcast and these videos every week because you are trying to craft your English skills. Ooh, that's nice. I don't know if you can use it that way, but I like the sound of that. Let's craft your English, Anyway, superb. Superb. The performance last night was absolutely superb. The actors delivered their lines with incredible skill. Splendid. Splendid. The view from the mountaintop was simply splendid. We could see for miles in every direction. Splendid. Nice word. Outstanding. Outstanding. Your presentation was truly outstanding. You managed to captivate the entire audience with your insights. Again, another nice word here. You managed to captivate the entire audience with your insights. You see, you captivate the audience. You speak in a way that leaves your audience captivated by you. They can't stop listening to you. They have to keep listening to you because you speak in such a captivating way. Nice, right? Exceptional. Exceptional. The service at the hotel was exceptional. Every staff member went above and beyond to ensure our comfort. This is a nice expression, by the way, guys, to go above and beyond. To go above and beyond means to do more than what is expected of you. So it's a very common expression you see in companies out there, in jobs, people saying that in order for you to stand out in the workforce, inside the company, you should be going above and beyond for the company in this case. Yeah, doing more than what is expected of you. All right. This is really up for debate, I would say, but it's quite common of an expression to go above and beyond. All right. Remarkable. Remarkable. The sunset we witnessed was truly remarkable. The sky was painted with vibrant hues of orange and pink. Another nice word here, the sunset we witnessed was remarkable. So when you witness something, you see it. Okay? You see it firsthand. This word is commonly used. Imagine you see an accident happening on the street. You are one of the witnesses because you are one of the people who were present at the time of the accident. So you are a witness. You witnessed the incident or the accident. So here the word is remarkable. Something remarkable is something spectacular. Okay? Superlative. Superlative. I'm not talking about the grammar structure, superlative, okay? Actually, superlative also means something of the highest quality, something really good. Look at this example. The craftsmanship, of this artwork is simply superlative. Every detail is meticulously executed. You see? So something superlative in this case is of the highest quality, of the finest quality. And look at this word, craftsmanship. That's a mouthful. By the way, when you have a very long word, that is hard to pronounce, you can call that word a mouthful. It's just one word, okay? Mouthful. Because that gigantic word has so many syllables to pronounce, it's almost like your mouth gets full, trying to speak all those syllables, So as a funny remark, as a funny comment, you can say this, whenever you see a long, hard word to pronounce, you can say, whoa, that's a mouthful. It's a funny remark that you can use. Let's continue with our list. Magnificent. Magnificent. The architecture of the cathedral was truly magnificent. It left us in awe of its grandeur. When you are in awe, you are impressed. Like, wow. Okay? And grandeur is a word that communicates how big, how large something is. In this case, the grandeur of the cathedral. All right? So, magnificent, another nice word to use instead of very good. Marvelous. Marvelous. The party you organized was absolutely marvelous. Everyone had a fantastic time. And finally, phenomenal. Phenomenal. The concert last night was absolutely phenomenal. The energy of the crowd was electrifying. Another nice word, electrifying. You see, the energy was electrifying. It was so intense, so vibrant. So the concert was phenomenal. All right, guys, so these are some possibilities, some words you can use instead of very good when you want to describe a good experience or something good that you witness. Okay? Moving on to the next category, we have very bad. What about the opposite? What if you want to communicate that something is bad or very bad? Let's look at some possibilities here. Terrible. Terrible. The weather during our vacation was absolutely terrible. It rained every day, and we couldn't enjoy any outdoor activities. Horrendous. Horrendous. The traffic on the highway was horrendous. We were stuck for hours without making any progress. Pay attention to the pronunciation here. I say horrendous. So the ending here, this OUS ending, sounds like us. Us. Okay? Be careful not to say maybe horrendos with an O's at the end, but us. Horrendous. Horrendous. Okay? Abysmal. Abysmal. The service at the restaurant was abysmal. We waited over an hour for our food, and when it finally arrived, it was cold. The service, abysmal. Atrocious. Atrocious. The condition of the hotel was atrocious. It was dirty, and there were bugs crawling everywhere. Can you imagine that? What a hotel, huh? But anyway, something atrocious, something really bad, or of the poorest quality. Okay? Dreadful. Dreadful. The movie we watched last night was dreadful. The acting was wooden, and the plot was completely nonsensical. All right? So the movie was dreadful, really bad, terrible. By the way, this is a nice word, nonsensical. All right? I'm going to actually assign that as homework for you. Look it up. Look it up in the dictionary and then post here in the comment section below the meaning for nonsensical. All right? If you can come up with a sentence, even better. All right? Next word, deplorable. Deplorable. The behavior of the party guests was deplorable. They were loud and disrespectful, and they left a mess everywhere. Deplorable behavior. Got it? Ghastly. Ghastly. The accident scene. Let me read that again, sorry. The accident scene was ghastly. There were cars twisted and mangled, and emergency responders were everywhere. Okay? So, by the context, we understand that not only is it something bad, but maybe even something shocking that you are witnessing, that you are seeing. Okay? Unbearable. Unbearable. The heat during the heat wave was unbearable. It felt like stepping into an oven every time we went outside. Something unbearable. It's so bad, it's so negative that you can't bear. You can't handle it. You feel like it's too much, like the heat in this case, on a very hot day. The heat is unbearable. Insufferable. Insufferable. The noise from the construction site next door was insufferable. We couldn't concentrate on anything with all the banging and drilling. All right? So something insufferable, something hard to put up with, something hard to tolerate, something annoying, extremely annoying, insufferable. And finally, repugnant. Repugnant. The smell coming from the garbage bin was repugnant. It made me gag every time I walked past. You know, when you gag, it's that movement you make with your stomach and your mouth and your throat when you are about to throw up. You know, you are about to throw up, but you don't. You gag. It makes you sick, like that, you know? You don't throw up, but you almost get there, yeah? So you gag, like, you know, like that. So usually something repugnant makes us feel this way. All right? And that's it for the second category, very bad. Now let's move on to the next category, which is nice. What if you want to say that something is nice? Maybe a nice experience that you have. Let's look at some possibilities here. Pleasant. Pleasant. The walk through the park on a sunny day was truly pleasant. The gentle breeze and chirping birds made it a delightful experience. Even delightful could be a word here. Something delightful is something nice that gives you delight, that gives you pleasure. And pleasant. Pleasant is the adjective form for pleasure. If something gives you pleasure, it is pleasant. And the second word is exactly the same that I just said, delightful. Delightful. The dinner we had at the cozy restaurant was absolutely delightful. The ambience, food, and service were all exceptional. Cozy restaurant. Something cozy, something comfortable, comfy. It makes you feel good when you are in that place. It's cozy. Okay? Next word, charming. Charming. The small seaside town was incredibly charming. Its colorful cottages and friendly locals made us feel right at home. Charming. Usually used to describe a place. Imagine a very nice looking place. That's a charming place. Okay? Lovely. Lovely. The garden party was truly lovely. The flowers were in full bloom, and the laughter of friends filled the air. Lovely. A lovely experience we had. All right? Enjoyable. Enjoyable. The hike through the mountains was highly enjoyable. The breathtaking views and fresh mountain air were invigorating. All right? So enjoyable is the adjective form for the verb enjoy. And the noun form is enjoyment. Okay? This is word formation, by the way. When you pick one word and you come up with other variations or other classes, other formations of that word, like enjoyable, enjoy, enjoyment. This is also very useful. I'm going to make an episode here on the podcast soon about word formation, by the way, because I think it's such a foundational topic for advanced learners to know. All right? Breathtaking views. You see, if something is breathtaking, it's so beautiful, so pretty, that takes your breath away. You go like that, you know, like, wow, that's so nice, so beautiful. All right? And the fresh mountain air was invigorating. Something invigorating. It gives you vigor. It gives you energy, right? It energizes you. It makes you feel good. Okay? So, enjoyable. Next word, gratifying. Gratifying. Receiving recognition for my hard work was truly gratifying. It made all the effort worthwhile. Something gratifying. All right? It's fulfilling. It's meaningful. All right? And something worthwhile is something that is worth working towards. For example, getting to advanced English is worthwhile. So guys, notice that aside from the words from the list, I'm also explaining some of the words from the example. So yeah, today you're gonna leave this video or episode with many more than 40 advanced words, that's for sure. So make sure you are taking notes there, or maybe if you can't take notes now, listen to this episode again with a pen and paper or a computer to take notes of all these words, okay? They are excellent. Moving on, pleasurable. Pleasurable. The massage I received at the spa was incredibly pleasurable. It melted away all my stress and tension. That's an interesting phrase, right? It melted away all my stress. Usually when something melts, think about something cold that is exposed to heat. It melts like ice cream. If you have an ice cream on your hand and you go out on the street and it's a really hot sunny day, in a few minutes your ice cream is going to start to melt, okay? But can you picture the figurative meaning here? The massage I received melted away all my stress and tension. I love that figurative meaning here, all right? So something like that can be described as very nice. Yes, but another word could be pleasurable. That was a pleasurable experience, all right? Appealing. Appealing. The artwork in the gallery was highly appealing. Each piece evoked a different emotion and captivated my interest. Something appealing. Usually, something appealing has to do with the visual or the looks. If something looks appealing, it looks attractive, visually speaking, It's nice to look at. It's appealing, okay? And this word is also quite advanced, evoke, okay? Each piece of art evoked a different emotion. When something evokes an emotion in you, it makes you feel an emotion, okay? The adjective for evoke is evocative, something that is evocative. And it's usually positive emotions, okay? So if something makes you feel positive feelings or positive emotions, we can call that thing evocative, okay? Next word, heartwarming. Heartwarming. The reunion with old friends was truly heartwarming. Reminiscing about shared memories brought tears of joy to our eyes, okay? So something heartwarming, it warms your heart, okay? Another great word, reminiscing or reminisce, okay? When you reminisce about something, you take a trip down memory lane, which is an expression that means you feel nostalgic. You go back in time in your memory, and you start talking about the past days, the past times. Oh, remember those days? Remember when we were in school? Remember this, remember that. This is reminiscing about the past, all right? And finally, enchanting. Enchanting. The medieval castle was absolutely enchanting. Exploring its winding corridors and hidden chambers felt like stepping into a fairy tale. Nice, right? So that's it for this category, guys. Very nice. When you want to describe a nice experience, you can use some of these words. Finally, let's jump into the last category for today, which is interesting. Maybe you want to describe an idea that somebody shares with you as interesting, or a movie plot, or a song that you listen to. Ooh, that's interesting. So what could you say instead of interesting? One possibility is fascinating. Fascinating. The lecture on quantum mechanics was truly fascinating. It challenged my understanding of the universe in profound ways. By the way, profound means deep, okay? Profound is a more advanced word and formal word for deep. Compelling. Compelling. The novel I just finished was incredibly compelling. I couldn't put it down until I reached the very last page. Something compelling, something that is so intriguing that you want to keep reading, you want to keep watching, you want to keep listening to. When talking about a book, you can put down the book. As it said here, I couldn't put it down. When you put a book down, you stop reading it. Okay? Intriguing. I just said this word, intriguing. The mystery surrounding the old mansion was highly intriguing. I couldn't help but wonder about its secrets. Nice, right? So instead of saying, ooh, that's interesting, you could say, that's intriguing. All right? Captivating. Captivating. The documentary about marine life was absolutely captivating. The stunning underwater footage held my attention from start to finish. Another nice word, stunning. Something stunning is something beautiful to look at. It's pretty. Just like appealing, something stunning is usually related to the visuals, okay? The way something looks. So, oh, what a stunning dress you're wearing. Or this movie looks stunning. All right? Next word, engaging. Engaging. The debate between the two scholars was highly engaging. Their arguments were thought-provoking and sparked lively discussion. A lively discussion is a discussion where people are really engaged, really interested in taking part in. So, that experience is an engaging experience. It's not a boring experience. Hopefully, you find my videos here engaging and not boring, all right? Stimulating. Stimulating. The workshop on creative writing was incredibly stimulating. It inspired me to explore new ideas and techniques. And we've already used this word before, but let's talk about it. Thought-provoking. Thought-provoking. The philosophical discussion we had was truly thought-provoking. It challenged my beliefs and encouraged deep reflection. So something that is thought-provoking provokes thought. It encourages you to think, to reflect, to ponder. Okay? So this is thought-provoking. So you might read a thought-provoking book, for example, or you might watch a thought-provoking lecture on a given topic. Okay? So instead of saying, wow, this topic is really interesting, you could say, wow, this topic is really thought-provoking. I have to think more about it. Next, riveting. Riveting. The thriller movie was absolutely riveting. The suspenseful plot twists kept me on the edge of my seat. So something riveting, something really interesting. Again, really interesting, really thrilling, really engaging. All right? Another nice expression here, the suspenseful plot kept me on the edge of my seat. When a movie, for example, keeps you on the edge of your seat, it's almost like you are sitting on the edge, on the corner, quote unquote, of your seat because you are so into the movie that you can't relax or fully chill. You are tense, but in a good way because you are really invested in the movie. Okay? Next word, gripping. Gripping. The true crime podcast was incredibly gripping. The story of the unsolved murder had me hooked from the first episode. So something gripping, again, is something involving. Okay? Engaging. You can't stop listening, watching, reading. Okay? And the last word for this category is absorbing. Absorbing. The art exhibition was truly absorbing. Each piece was so immersive and evocative. That word again, evocative, right? Something that evokes positive emotions in you is absorbing. All right? And there you have it, guys. This is a list of some possibilities, some alternatives to communicate very good, very bad, nice, or very nice, and interesting. I hope you found this episode useful, and as a follow-up, maybe how about some homework or some challenge? Pick a couple of these words from today, and if you are on YouTube, you can leave some sentences with them. One of the best ways for you to really internalize new vocabulary is by using the new vocabulary, using in sentences, in context, okay? So for example, let's say you love the word outstanding. So create a sentence with the word outstanding, or remarkable, or atrocious, all right? So create a couple of sentences and post here on YouTube under the video. I'm curious to see your sentences. If you are on Spotify, you can also leave a comment with your sentences there, all right? But do that because it's an excellent exercise. Even if you don't want to share with me, that's okay. But do that on your own because that helps you internalize new vocabulary, all right? Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Thank you so much for listening and watching until now. And stay tuned because very soon there will be a new episode and a new video coming up here on the channel. Don't forget to follow the show on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Leave a 5-star review if you are on your favorite podcasting platform. This helps me a lot. And if you are on YouTube, subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber yet. Like the video, comment, and share the channel with your friends and family so more people can get to know these videos. All right? I'm signing off, guys. I'm Thiago, and I'll be talking to you very, very soon. Bye-bye.